What's up, everyone? Art is back, and week 2 just concluded of the Spring 2018 LCS North American Series. I want to go over how the games went over the last 2 days and the new standings, or the new hierarchy of who's first and down to 10th, who's in last place. So without further ado, let's start with the first game, which was Counterlogic Gaming versus Clutch Gaming. Unfortunately, Clutch Gaming comes out with the win here, and CLG made the same mistakes like they did last time. Sorry, I just realized my mic was out. So Rainover had a super good early game. Darshan was playing Vladimir top against Solo. Solo was playing Gangplank, if I remember correctly. And Rainover went up there. I'm pretty sure Huhi went up there as well and helped with the gank, and they killed him. They got first blood. They had a really good lead. They were doing fine, and then all of a sudden they just started fighting when they didn't need to fight. And Rainover wasn't focusing the top side, which was Darshan on Vlad. He had a good lead. He was up like 40 CS. He should have just focused there. Instead, he kept forcing bot lane with Stixay and Bio, and they ended up feeding kills over to the jungler or the AD. Febvin got a pentakill on Azir. He pretty much hard carried later on in the stages. He was doing so much damage, so a little unfortunate, but CLG did lose that game. Next game was TSM versus Optic Gaming. There's a lot of speculation, obviously, around TSM and if they'd be able to even get a win. They did win this game. My notes. Oh yeah, this was the super long game. It was a 60-minute game. I think the reason that TSM ended up winning it was because of Mithy. Mithy was playing Orange support, and he actually had a really nice flash charge into a wall. He got a 3-man knock-up into an Azir wall from Bjergsen. A lot of chain CC worked well there, so he did really well. TSM did win that game. They looked more like coordinated, but it was still a 60-minute game against Optic Gaming, the bottom of the bottom, so they definitely need to work on some stuff. Game 3 was C9 versus Echo Fox. Personally, this one and the 100 Thieves Team Liquid game were the two that I was looking most forward to. Let me look at my notes here. It was a super long game as well. It was back and forth, but there was just so many kills in this game. I don't remember the exact kill score, but it was at least over 30 combined, which is pretty ridiculous for an LCS game. But Echo Fox ends up winning. Huni was on Gnar. Dardak was on either Zac or Sedge, I don't remember, as a tank, but they ended up winning a really nice engage. Jensen was playing Ryze, and he was actually doing super good. But there's this one clip where he misses like 3 Qs in a row, and 2 of those are on stunned, they're rooted enemies, which was really confusing. I think they would have got kills and maybe won that fight. Either way, Echo Fox wins. They're still looking strong. And I'm actually really liking this team, except Dardak's still fishy on Dardak. Hopefully he doesn't tilt off the face of the earth and screw it for himself. Next game was 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid. 100 Thieves wins this game, which I think is funny because, of course, Doublelift, being cocky as he is, was talking about it, how he was going to crush them and all that stuff. But 100 Thieves ends up coming out on top, which I think is pretty cool. I like that team a lot, and I'm kind of glad that they showed them what was up. Cody-san is still looking really good in the bot lane, same with Aframu. Their whole team's just looking really consistent. Someday also had a disgusting solo kill on Impact. It was actually disgusting. He timed everything right. He was Gnar versus Vlad. He got an ult off right after the pool. He threw a boomerang and predicted when the zone use would end, and he got the kill. It was super nice. 100 Thieves wins that game, and yeah, it was pretty impressive. Next game is Golden Guardians versus FlyQuest. I picked Fly to win this game, and they did, but they only won it because Golden Guardians threw a pretty big lead. They pretty much gifted Wild Turtle like 3 or 4 kills on Ezreal. He got really strong, and it ended up coming down to like 3 team fights where FlyQuest kept coming ahead by like 1 extra kill or something like that. And then the last team fight, nobody was trying to get, I mean, they were trying, but no one could get to Turtle, and he was able to kite back, and they weren't able to kill him, which leads to him just launching mystic shots and auto-attacking through the whole team fight, and they ended up winning it. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was for day 1. Those were the scores. Echo Fox after day 1 still remains as them and 100 Thieves, are the only undefeated teams left in the North American split as of that day. Alright, next up, day 2 stats. First game was TSM versus Echo Fox, and this game was so set up for TSM to win. Hanser was playing Vlad top against Hooney's Gangplank. He had Hooney 0-3 and lane. That was obviously from some Mike Young ganks on Jarvan. I think Bjergsen roamed up for one of those kills as well, but he was I think he was 3-0. He was either 2-0 or 3-0, so he had the massive lead. Then he got a solo kill onto Hooney. It was looking super good for TSM, but then it went super late game, and Fox got some pretty crucial team fights. The Gangplank ult matched with all the other combinations on their team kind of led them to just winning these team fights. So now TSM sits at 1-3, where Echo Fox is 4-0. Next game was C9 versus 100 Thieves. I was really excited for this one. Medios 100 Thieves, C9, obviously his last one of his major organizations of his time or career. C9 comes ahead on this game, which was awesome because Jensen played Talia. This is the first time I think Talia was brought out, which is funny because in the next game, FlyQuest brought it out as well. But Jensen got super fed. He kept roaming top and making plays with his ultimate, which was nice. And then he was able to propel that into just nice wombo combos with Sejuani on his team with Sven Skaren. He was hitting some pretty good ults. And they were able to just out-team fight 100 Thieves. So now 100 Thieves is no longer undefeated, which leaves Echo Fox to be the only undefeated team left in the NA LCS so far, which is pretty cool for them. New org, a lot of speculations coming into their team, but they're proving people wrong with their play, so that's fine with me. Next game we have Optic versus FlyQuest, and Optic wins this game. They get their first win, which I didn't think would happen against FlyQuest because I thought they were playing pretty damn well. I mean, they played Golden Guardians prior in Saturday, but I still think they're not like an awful team, especially since they have a Rock in the top lane. But I actually there's two people that I thought played pretty poorly on their team. One was Anda. I think he was just getting caught out a lot. Acadian was playing Kha'Zix, and he got a super good early lead, and he just started assassinating the shit out of everyone. Another person is Wild Turtle. I think he played very poor in this series. He played Varus, and he was frontlining. He did that build where you just go a lot of attack speed, like Rage Blade into Hurricane. The only problem is every time I had him on my fantasy this week, so I was like really watching Turtle, and he kept frontlining for his team, and PoE, who carried Optic, not carried, but he did really well, was playing Syndra, and he just kept stunning him and queuing and ulting him every single time. So a little unfortunate, but Optic gets their first win, which is good for their org. Hopefully that'll maybe boost their morales and they'll continue to play well. Next we have CLG versus Golden Guardians, and yes, CLG gets their first goddamn win of the split. Way too late, but I think they can still like use this as momentum. Golden Guardians has to be one of the easiest teams that they would face, and besides Optic, who they haven't faced yet, but they end up beating them. Stixxay was playing Tristana. Again, he had a really weird mid and late game. He did get caught a couple times, but who he popped off on Rise, he was doing so well. Darshan was playing Gangplank, which I'm so happy to see because I like him on like damage, team fight oriented champions. His ult is super well. He timed them all perfectly. The guy was hitting nice barrel combos, getting a lot of damage out. I'm really excited that they got this win. I'm hoping it leads to more, and I only wish like luck for this team because they're my favorite NA org. And lastly, we have Team Liquid versus Clutch Gaming. Start off with an interview of Doublelift talking trash again on Clutch Gaming, but you know, what's different about him? Nothing's going to change. They did end up winning this game. They looked a little shaky at the beginning, but then like 10 minutes in, you could kind of tell Team Liquid was taking over this game. Forget who some of the champs that were played were. I know Doublelift and Ole played Tristana Taric, which was what they used to beat TSM, and they looked super well as well. They looked super good. Impact played Gangplank, and he did a lot of nice things too. They just out-team fighted Clutch Gaming. Fevin wasn't able to, you know, get that penta kill, Azir kill. And Azir was up that game, and I was really surprised he didn't pick it. Maybe he thought they had a counter, that's why they didn't ban it. But overall, that's pretty much how the games went. Echo Fox remains the only 4-0 team left in the league, which is pretty interesting to me. I didn't think I'd see that happening. I thought they'd be in the middle of the pack, but they're proving me wrong with their play. Hooney is still like the carry he can be. Even though he was 0-3, he didn't let it tilt him. He went and used it as momentum and ended the game like 7-5 or something with like 13 assists. So he's literally putting work in, and I don't think that org really is going to struggle too much with other teams. I'm definitely excited to see Team Liquid and Echo Fox face off in the following weeks. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my weekly update on the NALCS for spring 2018 season, and I hope to see you in my other videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe.